VCR party.
Welcome to the VCR party.
Thank you for joining us.
It's a very special episode today. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, we are Joe and Nick from the Found Footage Festival, and what we do is find old VHS tapes. We're surrounded by them in our office in Brooklyn right now. And we tour around with our live touring show, but in VCR party, each week we invite you in to watch videos with us. And we also bring in special guests. We got a good one tonight.
Yeah, we got David Cross for this episode. We met David like 8 or 9 years ago at an Onion holiday party. I was working at the Onion at the time, and he was performing at the holiday party, and we started talking about videos, and turns out he was a collector. He gave us this massive, not massive, maybe like 20 different videos, and they were all good. They were all totally good.
He had burned them on DVD for us, and yeah, I don't think there's a dud in the bunch, really.
No, and the most famous one in there was the video dating one, which was like pure gold. We're going to watch that.
We've gotten a lot of mileage out of that one.
But anyway, we've been wanting to sit down with him and have him explain the videos to us and where he found them and any sort of backstories he has with them. And yeah, we did that.
Yeah, so he came on the couch earlier. We couldn't have him in tonight in person, so he came into the office. We shot something with him. We want to show you that. We also wanted to, one quick thing is when he was looking through all the videos, you know, everybody kind of picks out their favorite, and you can kind of tell how a person's brain works, but you know, how what they gravitate towards. And David gravitated towards one called Nude Bowling, which we've actually played in a show before.
Yeah.
But it wasn't just enough to look at nude bowling and say, this isn't a sexy sport. He pointed out that on the back it said, the winning girl would win $15,000 in diamonds. And we've had this video for 10 years.
We've never noticed that. But the other thing is we talk about a lot of videos that we're not actually going to watch. He references other videos and other scenes from videos. Stick around after the interview. We're going to come back here and we're going to show you some of the videos that we talk about. Four videos in particular.
It's an all David Cross episode, so let's go right to our interview.
And then 5, 4, 3.
Hey, we're here with David Cross. David's been nice enough to come to our office in this kind of industrial wasteland.
Gowanus,
yeah. It's in Gowanus. And thanks for coming. We know you had a video collection and were kind enough to give us a stack of tapes several years ago and wanted to watch some of them. And just like, how long do you collect? How did you get these videos?
No, I don't collect in you know, like y'all do, but or like baseball cards or anything like that. But I did. You know, I would not say no to somebody who'd say, hey man, I've got this crazy video, you got to check it out.
It's just from touring around and meeting people along the way.
And also, I think a lot of these, what we got? We got this, and then Todd Weeks, and then
Video Dating, Video Mates, Todd Weeks, and Zando. The training
Cozy
video.
Zando.
Okay, so the first two, Video Dating and Todd Weeks, came from when I was in LA, and there was a lot of like-minded people. And I mean, this kind of started in Boston, actually. And you know, unless you're of a certain age, it's not gonna. It doesn't. You have to understand that this was how we got this stuff.
Tape trading days.
Yeah, there was tape trading, and there was tape duplicating and stuff like that.
Yeah.
There's like 5 generations.
There was no internet, so you'd hear about this thing and you would seek it out, or again, you'd trade stuff, or somebody go, whoa, you got that self-defense guy, I've got this guy, you know, and I don't know if there's any, you know, real genesis to it. It just sort of started, and you used to be able to go to like underground bookstore.
I remember Kim's. You remember Kim's?
Yeah, Kim's. Great example.
Yeah. Kim's always had great stuff.
Yeah, Boston, there was a place, I want to say Prometheus is where Mark Maron and I used to go there, and they'd have all kinds of, you know, they'd have the research books, and what was the publishing company that did all that? Not Atomic, but
Something Weird, or
Something Weird was part of that whole and no, the publishing company I'm thinking of starts with an A. I'll think of it, but they would also do videotapes, and they would, and you could get a painting John Wayne Gacy made, and you could get, weird German bestiality things, and you could get the Bud Dwyer access.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Both camera angles and all kinds of, so it started there, and then, so I guess in a sense I collected them in the sense that I just didn't do anything with them, and I acquired more and more of them. But these in particular came from L.A. and
Which one? Video dating?
Video dating, I think, came from Ken Daly, who had his own pretty respectable collection of weird stuff. And Todd Weeks, I don't know where it came from. I feel like a friend of an ex-girlfriend gave it to her, and then she gave it to me.
Oh, wow. This made the rounds.
Yeah, I think so. I think
I
that's
could
where
see that
Todd
being a
Weeks-
legendary tape because it's really mysterious. But we'll get to that one eventually.
But somebody, the best one. Have you seen you've seen DR Live?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
DR Live. What's DR Live? What is that?
The guy from Arizona who's going to make the movie.
Oh yeah. The Flower Power.
Flower Power.
Yeah, right.
That was dropped off
right.
on Rob Cohen's desk by a mysterious person. We don't know who did it, and we think it had something to do with him. Like he sent it when we were working on the Ben Stiller show. So
I should have queued that one up.
We'll end this episode with that one.
Oh, yeah,
just
we'll put on some,
play it
yeah.
as the credits.
DR Live.
But it was so ambitious though. That
Oh
DR
yeah,
Live.
it's
Yeah,
crazy.
I kind of want to do a Kickstarter to get that movie made now because I would.
It would cost $1 billion in music rights alone.
You can animate it though. It could be a good animated thing.
Well,
all right. Let's start off with
Yes.
video dating. So Video Mates. What's the story behind that one?
Well, like any of these video dating services that started, this is pre-Craigslist. This was the way, it's pre-Tinder, obviously, but this is the way what was then the modern era, this is how people dated who didn't feel comfortable going out and going to bars and stuff like that. This was the precursor to all that. And you would sign up for this service. You would go in and you would cut like a 90-second testimonial of who you are and why you should be considered for a date, and then you submitted that, and then if you were a guy, you would get the female version of those tapes to look at, and if you were a female, you'd get the male versions of that. I'm assuming they was just heterosexual. It doesn't seem like the kind of place that or the time they would do. But so this was out of L.A. These used to be done all over the country, and these are for folks in L.A. Or California, I should say. I think they widened their scope quite a bit. Like, I'm willing to travel 300 miles.
There's some desperate men in there.
So this is one of the tapes that the women would get from some of the guys who and this was all off of their. It's such a an embarrassment of riches, as it were. You would think that we or you or somebody culled the best of the best, but this is just honestly one of the tapes they sent out. So this hasn't been.
I wonder if there are others out there.
Handpicked.
We haven't been able to find any others. Yeah.
I don't know
where they are, but there have to be.
Yeah. There's like 60 dudes on here. They each get a minute, and for this clip, I just pulled my favorite guy in here.
Well, because what I like is that they're demanding, even though they have no position.
Oh, there are some guys in there that are you can look at the evolution and where we are with this incel community and their anger and their complete delusionment of and this idea that women owe them something, and you can make a direct line to this.
We call it the Beggars Can Be Choosers Network.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So here's the first one.
Who's looking for me? Someone to love me. Tell me where can you be?
Trademark that.
And this was state-of-the-art toaster, Microsoft toaster stuff.
Hi, I'm Carlos. I'm an easy, fun-loving guy that likes to go out to the movies and likes to travel. Hobbies are music, dancing, likes to go out, tear up the town a little bit, and I don't know, the type of girl that I'm looking for is one that's really attractive to me, about 5'4" to 5'10", and I don't know, long hair, it doesn't really matter, but something that's appealing to me, has a attractive physique, and somebody that's kind of athletic looking, you know, that it's not afraid to get dirty once in a while and maybe wrestle around in the house or something, you know, somebody that's not so petite and, you know, just wants to always be made up and look pretty, somebody that maybe even gets rough once in a while, you know, and I don't know, what I'm not looking for is some big overgrown monster that's always thinking about food and, you know, can't keep her eyes off the menu all the time, and that kind of girl, you know, somebody that will embarrass you by ordering too much food, or, you know, somebody like that. Just, I want somebody that
had a bad experience.
respectable, I guess.
There's Carlos.
And that's how they always end too, with all the stats.
Yeah, customer service, he said.
So that okay.
That is hardly. That's not even in my top 20.
Really?
Well,
Yeah.
Oh, see,
Not even close. Not
Oh,
even
really?
close. Not even close.
Oh, I just got obsessed with that.
We
one
went with a
recently.
deep cut because of how the overgrown monster thing, and
Well, I thought the hunk with the rose. I thought that was too pedestrian to play. I felt like everybody's seen that one.
But there's also there's kind of a fine line with these guys where you could make fun of them, and you don't want to show somebody make fun of them, but I'm not opposed to somebody who's just kind of creepy and
There's
inappropriate.
There's a lot of pathetic men in here.
There are, and I get the idea of like you and your friends at home,
Yes.
laughing at and making comments, but to put it out there, I think it's not cool.
No,
but there are plenty of guys like the guy who's in like the members only jacket, and he's overweight, and he's kind of sitting on his side. And
doesn't
he's
want smokers.
Yeah, I don't, but he's just a douche about it, and it's really. He's got a longer list of things that he won't tolerate.
He's a total beggar.
Like that
no
guy.
Donna Juanitas.
Yeah. Oh no, that's a different guy.
That's a
Yeah,
different guy,
Who
right.
doesn't want any hamsters? He says, "I don't want any hamsters. I don't want any."
remember
And
that
I have no idea what a hamster is.
Yeah,
it's
I do like the guy's shirt, but yeah, I think
Well, see, I didn't
he
wanna
had a
take-
bad experience. You're right about something ordering too much food off the menu, and
Yeah, it's like he had one bad experience that stayed with him.
I didn't want to take anybody who's too pathetic because then it
no, I
would be
understand
sad.
that.
I want to take somebody who's more of a jerk who's
get
like,
it.
I don't want an overgrown monster. So
I think there are bigger jerks on there.
yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Somebody
I think
who's-
it's top 5 jerks.
Somebody who's attractive to me, he said. By the way, he qualified that.
All right, next up we got Zando. Where'd you get the
Okay.
Zando promo?
That I was shooting something for. Do you know Sam Cedar at all? He's on Moral Majority.
Oh yeah,
now.
he's got the podcast on the Moral
Yeah,
Majority
he's on
podcast.
MSNBC
Oh, yeah,
sometimes.
yeah.
He's an old friend from Boston, and I used to have a comedy group, and he was part of it. I was doing a short movie. Either I was directing it and he was in it, or he was directing it. I can't remember what it was. This is a long time ago, and we were shooting in the cozy Zando corporate office. They let us in there for like $100, and they had just started opening up. I mean, it was
like late 90s, right? 97 or so?
Yeah, I mean.
I think that's when this video comes from. It's like
Yeah, so
98 or
it's right in that area, and they just opened up a big one in like kind of off of Union Square or something, and so we were there, and whoever was like in charge of it and letting us shoot there, and they were like, yeah, just take whatever you need, if you need that. They were very, very amenable, to the point where I questioned, is this person really with them, or is it somebody's just taking the cash and getting out of there, because it was like a Sunday or something.
Right.
And the handwritten corporate training, whatever it says on there, I was like,
On VHS or?
yeah, on VHS,
Okay.
yeah. I was like, oh, this is gold. And it was, I don't know whether I just, put it in the bag, or I went, hey, can I however worded it, hey, can I grab this or something, so it'd be,
Vague enough so they wouldn't.
And they're like, sure. And then I watched it, and then I used to just show it on stage and just talk about it.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever did anything with it beyond that, except for when I toured back in early 2000, like 2001 or whatever, I used to have the Squagles
Right.
poster. I also grabbed that.
Yeah.
The
So they're the
square-
masterminds behind Squaggles then.
Yeah. They're
Square
Squagles.
bagels.
But also there's so many things I don't like about. I don't like the guys who started. I don't like their attitude. I don't like their. This is just a personal thing. It's off-putting, and it reminds me of all these kind of Brooks Brothers guys, Dockers guys that I grew up with in Atlanta. The kind of preppy guys
Yeah.
who, came from money, and they just sort
Super
of
confident.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Just use all the buzzwords.
and just have that kind of spirited kind of delivery, and they've read about how certain buzzwords, and if you put your hand here, just about a foot and a half
Right.
outside your chest, but up, and then you smile when you do it. That has a suggestive whatever.
They use the word synergy like 4 times in this whole video.
Paradigm
so,
shifts.
Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah.
they're talking about a fucking coffee place.
Right.
So
The video that you gave us back then was like 9 minutes long. I just took the beginning and
Yeah.
end. They had the raps and
it's all of it's bad. All
oh,
of
the
it
whole
is-
thing. Yeah.
All of it.
It was hard to choose.
All of it feels really sweaty and labored, and that kind of like too many cooks. Like they paid $100,000 to have some
Yeah.
theorists come up with the perfect way to brand and the perfect wrap and the perfect name for the caramel macchiato type drink, and then I don't know if it's in here or not, but then Andy Richter, who I know, is just sort of somebody's there with a camera, and Andy walks by.
They
and-
ambush him. It feels like he was
and
up
it's in their corporate training
And
video.
what he says about him isn't that glowing.
Let's watch it. We'll
Okay,
see.
okay.
Yeah, we'll see
All right.
what
Here's
parts
the
they pick
Zando.
here.
Xando is X and O.
Excellent. Oh yeah.
Kisses and hugs. Or whatever.
Now just the other night when I left
Already
my place,
terrible.
I saw a new
Terrible.
space, and I did an about
And
face.
white, the whitest thing.
Turned
You're
watching this in a
around,
break room
right to the
somewhere.
spot that was hot
He's
just
rapping
then.
about
And
a
the
coffee
Dutch
shop.
and the Dutch angles, as they go in.
The place
Yeah,
where the coffee
racking
and lattes
focus.
flow. If you didn't
There
know,
were some of those
take a
khakis
seat
you
and
were
sit
talking
down
about.
and
Oh,
check
right.
out the hottest coffee bar
here's my
in
favorite.
town.
Xando.
Like roasting
Everything you need to
marshmallows.
know about us is right there in our name. Sort of.
I would like to think it's called X and O.
Well, that would be hug and kiss. Or rather, kiss and hug.
I have heard it's been called Xando.
Definitely Zando. It's funkier. It's got more of a, it sounds a bit classy than X and O.
X and O? No.
Paid actress.
Yeah.
For
People
sure.
think it's
Clearly.
called that? What people?
I don't know. It's just, I mean, it's better than Bob's Coffee Place, I guess.
Call to last.
It's better than a
Every
bad
neighborhood
name.
needs a Xando.
Just miserable.
Welcome to Zando! Hey, yo, hold up. Pardon me, excuse me. Stop! I just got word on this brand new spot. I went to check it out and I liked it a lot. It's not your ordinary, everyday coffee shop. It's called X and O. Xando, here's the kicker. They got beer, wine.
So they just
coffee,
have in the
and
rap, they
liquor.
say it's
That's
called
right, a
X and
place
O.
that you cannot
Right.
miss.
They tell you that it's-
Lattes, s'mores, and a mocha kiss. It's a community thing.
rap doesn't
Nah, don't
end
be
either.
silly. They in Washington.
But are they
DC,
selling this to the
Florida,
people who
Philly,
already
New
work
York,
there,
Connecticut,
or
and Baltimore.
it's like an
Plus they're
attitude
opening
thing?
more
I think
stores
so.
for
I
sure.
imagine it's like,
1994.
get
They started this
get
thing.
excited,
Now
get
X and
pumped.
O's, Zando's in full swing. If you want to check them out, got a second or a minute? Go to Zando. They put the funk back in it.
Sure they do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, Andy Richter just looks like. I mean, he probably does. He have any idea? Did you tell him that he's
I did
in
tell
there?
him, yeah. And
He wasn't paid to do that.
No, they just grabbed
was just
him.
in there grabbing a
Yeah.
coffee or
He
something.
has no idea. He had no idea.
And they rushed and grabbed a camera and then asked
Yeah.
him, "What about the name Xando?" Wow. And he basically says it's it's better than a bad name.
Yeah.
That's basically what he
It's
said.
not. Yeah, it's not complimentary, and they just put it
Yeah.
in there so they go late night with Conan.
Right. Yeah,
Andy
they gave his
Richter.
little Chiron on there.
All right. Moment we've all been waiting for. Todd Weeks. You talked about Todd Weeks a little bit in the opening, but like, where'd you get this one again? This is another LA one.
I
or is
don't.
this a-
It's definitely L.A. I don't remember exactly where. I think it was an ex-girlfriend who was from Ohio. So I think because he's in Ohio, isn't he? Isn't he?
I have no idea. I
think
can't tell.
I
He's in a
think I
basement
looked
most
him
of
up.
the time.
I think he's out. I think he's in Ohio. I believe an ex-girlfriend got it from a friend and gave it to me. I think, I could be wrong, but if I remember correctly, that's it. And then I think now you can see some of this on the internet.
Oh, is he on the
I think
internet
so
now?
because I thought I either got another tape years later, which made me question oh wait, is he kind of in on this? Almost in that Tommy Wiseau kind of
Right.
way. But I don't think so. I thought about it. He had a different partner, but this is it's so perfectly mundane and like opaque in a way that it's
But there's like
it makes you it's almost perfect in a sense,
Yeah.
and it makes you question. But then you if you do any kind of 10 minutes of any kind of filtering through the internet or a Yahoo or homepage, and you see every day there's another 48 stories of like dumb people doing dumb things and just the delusion, and then you think, well, maybe it's for real. Maybe this guy, pre-internet, didn't have access to a whole lot of stuff, lives in a small town and in kind of an industrial area of Ohio, and this is his.
I think it's 100% real.
I do too.
I can't
I do
imagine
too.
that it's...
I totally think it's real. It just is so kind of perfect.
Yeah. It's almost too good to be true in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, all right.
Let's watch a little cut down of the
This
much
is the
longer
greatest hits of
tape.
Todd Weeks.
This is another one that also
I'm
kind
Todd
of
Weeks.
deserves just watching it
I'm going to
through.
try
Yeah.
In its entirety.
somewhere around 11 punches a second, no actual contact.
Remember something else. I want you to enjoy this. Yep. Show respect. Show respect.
No
to the
actual contact.
Made in China. Boxing dummy.
I'm 38 years old.
Yep.
Little nunchucks.
Now,
As
was
you
it
can
on this?
tell, it's not my
Sure.
specialty.
Is it on this tape, or is it maybe I'm thinking of the other one that I got where he actually goes to the gym?
Yes.
Okay,
You
it's
do
on
see
this.
that,
Okay,
You'll see
okay.
a couple gym scenes.
Okay,
Yeah,
go
they're
ahead.
really quick, though.
Because that you watch the guy in the background and you know it's
Yeah, right.
Now, I want to point out that
You want me to stop?
no, keep
Okay,
going.
I can't do
That
that
you
one.
guys cut this together.
Yes,
You-
right.
you-
This is-
so if you watch it,
I like to talk
if you
when
watch
driving
it
a car.
through, he hasn't edited any of the faults out. So he
it's
hits
the
a
whole
thing and he
thing.
falls and he stumbles and he gets up. So it really you're losing a little something with these edits.
Yeah,
you
for
just see him sort of slowly walk over, turn the thing on and off. Yeah,
Yeah.
there he is at the gym.
That's what makes me think it's real too.
I think so. Yeah.
He added some matting to the wall there now.
Yeah. And then that off.
He's having a little fun with it here.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good workout.
Expecting to see the Blair Witch, or, somebody in the corner.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
It's
Do you have any with the assistant?
No, not this cut.
All
Not
right,
this cut.
Back
but
to
I
the
saw
old
the
karate.
assistant. Back to the old karate.
The old karate. There's Todd Weeks.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's hard to edit because you're right. You don't get the experience of the long pauses.
Yeah,
and,
it's a bit more pathetic when he's does a thing and he kind of doesn't knock it over, but he, stumbles and then he has to right himself and get up and brush himself off, and
I think there should be a documentary about this guy. Or somebody needs to track him down and find out what the deal was.
So do it.
Yeah,
You
okay.
do it.
All right.
All right.
You want to hang out in here for all the summer? It'll be broiling.
Yeah, it's this windowless. Oh, by the way, we have a gift for you because we knew you are a recent father, and we thought maybe this is the gift of baby massage.
Yeah.
And I don't know how often you're massaging your baby now.
I won't massage her. I'll massage other babies. I'm fine with that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
it's just too personal. Yeah.
Yeah, so
some techniques.
Now, this was a thing, we made fun of this on Mr. Show, but this predates Mr. Show. We had a thing about, because that was the most absurd thing to us in the world, the idea of a baby massage.
Oh, did you? I forgot about that one. Oh.
I think she's rubbing her temples there.
Yeah.
Look at this.
We had to decide between 4 different baby massage videos, and that was the one.
Well, she includes techniques from Swedish, Indian, and Asian infant massage.
Yeah.
Legs and feet.
Yeah, pop this in your VCR when you get home, and
if she's a little tense, it'll just take some of that.
She comes home from work.
Some of that tension, those knots, get worked all those out. So.
It's a lot of it is psychosomatic, but
yeah, right.
Do you have any more videos you can give us? Do you have anything else?
Gosh, I don't know.
I mean, Flower Power. I forgot about Flower Power. DR Live.
Well, and Flower Power had like 3 or 4 things on it.
That was like a compilation, yeah.
Because what I did was I took all the videos and I transferred them to DVD. I went to a service on like First Avenue and dumped everything off, including porn, which was like I just had bags and bags of videos, and I was like, I'm gonna get rid of all these because they were taking so much space, and like I didn't even sift through them, and at least 4 of them were porn, and
like funny porn.
No, just porn.
Okay.
And shit left over from 1991 or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I remember getting a discouraging look from the older Vietnamese woman who did there was a shop, it's like a tiny little place that gave you like passport photos and stuff, and they also did this. I just dropped them off, and then she's like looking through them, and I was like, oh yeah, that's porn, that's whatever.
Yeah.
And just like, here's your porn.
I wonder if she had to watch all that in real
yeah,
time,
it's on
too.
the guy, her husband or whatever, was in the back. You could see it. They've got it on the thing, and there's a bunch of porn in the back.
Well, I do think there's something like. Would you just show these to people? Like, what in what context would you play these?
Yeah, like, I mean, all those guys like Brian Posehn and Ken Daly and. Like Rob Cohen, Bob Odenkirk. I mean, there'd be just bunches of tons of we'd get the tapes, or somebody get a new tape, and we'd all watch, and we'd have I don't want to say party, but a viewing party, whatever you want to call it, when there'd be like 12, 14, 20 of us, or we'd be at a party and somebody go, hey man, throw that tape on, you got it, and then we'd all be kind of drunk or high or whatever, and just sit and watch this stuff. I mean, I have seen Flower Power. I mean, I'm gonna guess, and that's long. That's like 20 minutes long.
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess I've seen that 20 to 30 times over the years, and Bob, that's one of Bob's favorites. I think that is his favorite, and
it's really quotable too.
Yeah,
so
and we would, where stuff's coming, and everybody has their little pipes in with
running
their
commentary. Yeah,
and it was the kind of thing where if there were 20 of you and 19 people had seen it a dozen times, and there was one person like, what are you talking about? Everybody's like, oh, we got to show them, even though everybody else has watched it a million times.
Well, I remember you had Todd Hanson's training video that he stole from a Jewel-Osco. Do you remember that one?
Yes.
Yes, that was another classic.
Todd gave that to me, gifted that to me.
Yeah.
That was
we have it actually
great.
Back here.
Yeah.
A copy of it.
That's got one of my favorite endings.
Oh yeah.
She turns the camera and
Yeah, I love it when they attempt to plot at these things.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's all we got. Thanks for coming in and sharing videos with us.
All right.
I'm going to let you hang on to this.
Oh, yeah?
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to
You're lost.
Deplete your supply.
That's David.
There it was.
Ended with a bang there.
Yeah, real great ending. My favorite part has got to be how everybody, and we've been touring the show for so long, for probably like 14 years now.
Right.
All 14 years, everybody always says that your voice sounds like David
It happens
Cross.
at every
Everybody
show.
says it. I don't hear it. I don't hear
either.
it at all.
I've had this voice my entire life. Well, I guess not pre-puberty, but I've had the voice my entire post-pubescent life. And I've never noticed it. No one else in my family, none of my friends have said anything. But after each show,
I think there's a certain person's ears. Like there's a certain demographic of people who have ears that are bent in the right position that hears your voice the same as David Cross's.
and maybe because the way I hear it when somebody says, "Hey, you sound like David Cross," what I hear is he's more famous than you. So I don't know what to do with the information when somebody says that. It's like if somebody says you look like a famous person, what do you just kind of like, okay, thanks.
Will you do an impression of David Cross?
I don't think I could do it.
Yeah? You just do it naturally.
I guess so.
Okay, all right. Let's watch some of the videos that we talked about. So the video dating thing, I mean, he said that one wasn't even on his radar. But like that one was one of my favorites. I love that guy so much.
I do too.
But I respect his opinion. I know the one that he wanted to show, which was the non-smoking guy. We're going to watch that
I like him too. I like his outfit. I like
There's a lot of great things
particularness. So
yeah.
Let's pop that in.
Yeah, so here it is. This is the first one that David wanted us to play. And should be queued up.
Hi, my name's Mike, and if you're sitting there watching this tape smoking your cigarette, well, hit the fast forward button, because I don't smoke and I don't like people who do smoke. Also, I hope if you're interested in me, you like animals, because I'm getting real tired of hearing, gee, you're a great guy, but you have animals and I'm allergic to them, because I like animals. Also, I like people that can be honest, straightforward, and enjoy having a good time. As far as activities, to me it doesn't matter so much what you're doing as long as you're doing it with the right person. There's a lot of things I do like, there's a lot of things I don't like, and there's a lot of things I haven't tried, so I don't know whether I like them or not, but I'm usually willing to give different things a try. I'm getting a little nervous now, and I'm kind of running out of things to say, so I'm stalling for time. I do have a good sense of humor, and I believe in life you're given two choices. When something happens, you can laugh about it or you can cry about it, and my choice is to laugh about it. And I hope that, if nothing else, when this tape is all over, I can look back and laugh about it.
Michael, your mother died.
So yeah, that's a good one.
There's a lot of things to unpack there. He's very particular. He's clearly had some bad dates before. The animals thing.
You know what I think my favorite part about it is his positioning. His body's pointed this way, but his head's pointed this way.
His posture, he must have thought that he looked better at that angle. Yeah.
I don't know.
But I do like picturing like an 80s woman with like shoulder pads and hair watching it, smoking a cigarette, and he's like, well, if you're smoking a cigarette, then fast forward, and she's kind of like, okay, you know. And then she sees the guy in the Hawaiian shirt who doesn't want any overgrown monsters.
Yeah. Right.
And it turns out she's an overgrown monster, so keep fast forwarding.
Eyes always on the menu. She always has her eyes on the menu. All right, the other one that he was talking about was DR Live, Flower Power.
And we've played this in our show, so we didn't, cue it up there, but we thought we'd play you a little bit of that tonight too.
And we were going to, and I queued it all up, and then I realized, there's so much music in this. There's Jimi Hendrix, and there's Led Zeppelin, and there's so much stuff that if we played this on YouTube, like their algorithms are going to shut this episode down. So this is a very choppy edit. I edited it around the music, and you'll get a taste.
Yeah, but the idea again is that he was pitching his idea for a movie to executives, and it was called Flower Power.
Did he say that somebody found it in a dumpster or something?
I think it was like found by, somebody, it was like put on somebody's desk, and it was thrown away, but they rescued it.
So here's a very choppy edit of Flower Power.
DR Live.
To light up with stars to the music from Smoke on the Water. Dun 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 da dun da dun. The baby develops in the womb and stops at 6 months to play its umbilical cord as a guitar. David's spirit comes out of his body and is shackled by a bitch demon. The bitch demon says to David, "Welcome to hell." She then takes him to Satan's bar and grill. Jealous demon gets on stage and plays his pitchfork as if it were an electric guitar. David shoots a light beam out of his staff and blows the demons and Hitler into the lava pits. And David grabs his followers and they run up a lava tube. And behind him is all these demons and all this lava. And David bursts out of the top of Mount St. Helens. So, if you're interested in helping make Flower
second of We Are
Power
the
into a
Champions,
magical musical masterpiece,
I know,
call me,
don't catch that.
DR Live. And, by the way, did you get the meaning to the title, Flower Power? Think about it.
No,
Think
we
about it.
didn't.
You didn't think about it enough.
So,
well, and we've shown that at our shows, and like our whole goal is like, let's get this movie made. I mean,
we
what's it
talked
gonna
about
take?
actually doing a Kickstarter for
Yeah.
it. So today, at the end of that video, there's a phone number and an address and the guy's actual name, and I just called it, just on a whim. I think it had been, how long do you think it was?
That was early
20 years?
90s. Yeah.
25 years.
Yeah.
20, almost 30 years.
Yeah.
25 years.
Yeah.
And so I called the number, and an elderly woman picked up, and I was like, hey, is Don there? And she goes, hold on a second. I was like, I started to panic.
It was
'cause
the
I wasn't
VR Live residents.
I wasn't expecting to actually talk to somebody. And then a woman got on, and I was like, is this, I thought maybe she thought I asked for Don, but then she's like, oh no, Don isn't here right now, he's at work. And I was like, is this the guy who did Flower Power? And she's like, yeah. And I was like, did he ever finish the movie? She's like, no. I was like, has he given up hope on it? And she said, no, he's going to wait until he retires to finish it.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, what does he do for a living? And she goes, just give me your name and number, and I'll have him call you back.
So that's the
That's where we're at.
exciting news, because like, again, who would have thought that number would have, and like she picked up fairly quickly. I saw you.
Oh,
on
it was
the
like
phone.
it was like the second ring.
Yeah,
I
so-
honestly didn't think it would work at all.
Yeah.
Usually these numbers don't work, but it rang, and it was done. Yeah.
So-
we had a friendly conversation. She was really nice, and
Yeah.
she answered the questions I asked at first, and then, but so
We're hoping that we can track him down, and like even if we just make a pitch, like maybe even a slightly upgraded pitch reel with computer animation or something. Actually,
I want to make the movie.
Well, that's
Forget a pitch
that's
reel.
the goal. But I mean, you got to get funding. I think like the main thing I want are those storyboard, or not storyboard, but what do they call it? Like concept art.
Oh yeah,
I would love those all
those illustrations
framed on
of the
a whole
bitch
wall
with the
of my-
bitch demon.
The bitch demon.
Yeah, I want
or-
the bitch demon one.
I would like the one of the pregnant woman with the baby playing this umbilical cord like a guitar.
There's a
think
lot of
that
good
would
ones in
be
there.
Look great framed in my house.
Okay, moving on.
Yeah.
The Jewel-Osco video. Jewel-Osco, is that what they're called?
Yeah, and this one, I'll just set up to say, I think we talked a little bit about it, but our friend Todd Hansen, who wrote for The Onion, had
He's an editor for The Onion. Yeah.
he's an
We
editor.
should have him on the show,
Yeah,
actually.
he had a legendary tape that was very meaningful to him because he was working at a Jewel grocery store. He was working at The Onion in Madison and was like, I can't afford to live here on my own. Moved back in with his
This is
parents.
like right when The Onion was starting.
Yeah.
Like, this is like 1989.
It was still
or
based
something.
in Madison, Wisconsin. And so Todd was like, I'm going to move back to Illinois and work at a grocery store. And he said it was so depressing, and he just was having this existential crisis. And then he was he talked to somebody else at The Onion who convinced him to steal this tape.
Yeah.
And he said he planned it all out, like, he's going to go in the filing cabinet, whatever. It was like a heist.
Yeah.
And then it got huge around the Onion offices. Everybody was playing this tape.
He did steal it. He eventually stole it.
Right.
And then, and then brought it back to The Onion and became legendary. And then it passed through all these different hands. Actually, I think it passed through. David Cross had it. I think that
The guys on Mr. Show watched it.
Yeah, Ben Carlin had it. The guy, Daily Show.
Rich Dom at the Colbert Report had heard of it. So
Everybody had this video.
It went through all these hands in comedy.
We're going to show you just a few segments from that video, and we'll show a longer version when we get Todd Hansen in here to tell the full story. He'll tell it way better.
Yeah.
All right. Here's the Jewel training video.
Oh, it's totally part of a team.
So tell me again, why are we here so early?
Hi, Stephanie. Hey, nice outfits.
Yeah, just like everybody else. Dark pants, white shirt.
Hey, that's okay. I kind of like it. We look like
Hitler
a
youth.
team.
Oh, and do you smoke? No, but I remember smoking is only permitted in the employee lunchroom.
Hey, good memory. Maybe you should be training me.
Don't
Come on, I'll walk you out.
Hi, Stephanie. Hey, Kevin.
Hi, Maria.
Forgot you worked here. Good to see you. Hey, Stephanie. How you doing?
We're going to go have sex in the car.
Somebody's getting laid out in the parking lot. Listen to the song. I just remembered something just now.
Yeah.
Todd Hansen actually tracked down the Hispanic woman that was in there. I
That's
forgot her
right.
name. I
Yeah.
forgot her name in it, but he tracked her down, and I think that she was in like Blue Bloods or she was in other
Yes,
shows.
that's right. She was an actress.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
she could maybe be in DR Live's movie if we put that together. I mean,
man.
it'd really be a convergence.
It's all coming together.
Yeah, I hope Algorithm doesn't pick up that Jewel-Osco song at the end too.
Yeah, we'd be done for. All right, this last one here.
Yeah.
This is what I want. He was talking about this infomercial. Was it an infomercial that was?
It was like they were recording a New Age training session, and this inspired a scene. And was it Run Ronnie Run? Did you say?
Yeah.
And this is
the video that never got finished either.
Shut down.
Yeah.
So, but here's like a cut of some of the highlights.
Yep.
From the deepest core inside, any longing, any want, the vision. Yeah.
His Jerry Seinfeld hair.
I'd like to just hear it out loud. What do
And
you
John
want?
Lovett's chin.
I want
I
to
love
be a
that
space
shirt.
for who I really am.
Running wild.
I want to be able to be my essence all the time.
I want to launch a very large clipper ship.
Yeah.
Look at what his
this
hair's
book.
doing on the
I want angel
side there.
answers, and I think I like the idea that I write about angels and that there's wind.
Yeah.
Huge sails.
He likes the idea that he writes
Pink
about
and
angels.
lavender and aqua sails on this clipper ship that's going out into the world, and that's what I want.
I want to touch people. That's what I want to do.
Yeah, that's okay.
I want to touch people. I want them to touch me.
It's okay, so that's what you really want.
That's all I want.
You want to be touched and you want to touch people. Yes, I can consciously create the life I want.
Look at that painting
To
behind
live a
him.
life in passion and purpose.
He's very Seinfeld. It's something that's like similar to Seinfeld.
Yeah,
It's got
yeah.
elements of Jerry Seinfeld there. I like slow zoom in on the candle. I love this ending.
Beautiful. Correct. Yep. Go out of focus.
Powerful.
Yeah.
The light.
Wow. What I want is that Running Wild shirt in purple.
Oh man.
If anybody tracks that down, I mean, free tickets to the show for life.
Oh, yeah.
That is that's something else.
What do we got? We got one more video. We have one more video coming
we
up.
wanted to play one more.
But before we do that,
Before we do, we wanted to mention. So this is our fourth. It's actually our fifth episode, but our fourth official one.
I think it's our second good episode. The first four were pretty
learning.
rough around the edges.
Yeah, we're learning.
We're new to the internet here. So.
Yeah, but so we're launching a Patreon, and if you don't know what Patreon, it's kind of like Kickstarter, where we're trying to raise money to improve the show, to get better microphones, to just make a lot of
maybe get some lighting. Right now we're using fluorescent lights, and like we'll get all slick.
Basically,
like
we want to make it look better. We want to be able to concentrate more time on this, and just make the show better and more polished.
We're talking about doing like field pieces too, or like maybe we go out and we try to find Todd Weeks, or maybe we fly out to Arizona to talk to DR Live. You know, like doing remote pieces, stuff like that. Getting more ambitious with this.
That's
whole
all
thing.
part of the vision of the show. We want to do a special year-end episode where we talk about the best of the year and have on people. And we'd love your support with that, because we do have to pay for streaming services and the thing we use to direct it, and just the time it takes to put it together. And so if you like the show, tell your friends about it first of all. I think, do you know what we're up to for viewers?
What, like 50? I don't know. I have no idea.
I thought it was in the millions.
Oh, was it? Yeah, I have no idea.
I don't know. But anyway, if everybody chips in like $5 or $5 an episode, we do 4 a month. That would help us out so much in improving the show. And so Patreon basically is that. You say, I'm going to pitch this much per month for you to keep doing the show. And it just automatically deducts until you feel like canceling it. And the show is free, so there's no obligation. But
you don't have to pay.
But we would love
We like doing it.
Yeah, we like doing it. But
it could be better.
Yes. And we like that you're a part of it.
We want to do one episode where it's all our most boring videos we've ever seen. And I pitched that to you. You didn't seem that excited about it when I pitched it to you.
If we can get enough $20 a month pledges, we can make that happen. But
we have so many boring videos,
more,
and I think it'd just be hilarious. Like, it'll be a special hour-long episode.
Right, trying people's patience.
And it'll just be the most boring videos we've ever seen.
All right.
Oh man, the money's flooding in.
Yeah. Well, I think, I don't know if it's up on our lower third right now, but yeah, okay. So you can go to our website too. There's a donate link. Our website's foundfootagefest.com, and it's patreon.com/foundfootagefestival. So that's it. We're not going to harp on it.
All right. We're going to leave you with this.
Yeah.
The video dating, the end of the video, it had credits on, and it told you how to submit your, how to tell VideoMate which guy you wanted. So I'm going to show you the instructions.
Ladies, get out a pad and paper and a pencil.
And then you get to hear the full VideoMate song. So we're going to leave you with that, and hopefully it's queued up.
It goes on way too long. So.
All right. And thanks, and we'll
for
see you
watching.
next week.
Thanks to David Cross.
Yeah. And come on.